my loves, welcome back. I am so excited to get into today's topic. I want to introduce you to something that truly changed my life, and it is the mirror. And I know we've heard many sayings before of like, you attract who you are, or show me your five friends and I'll show you who you are, or if you look around, you'll really see yourself. But what does that mean? Right? A lot of times we're like, no, that doesn't make sense. My friend is lazy, or no, I'm nothing like them. They're such a bad person, right? Today, I want to teach you what people mean and also an exercise that changed my life and I believe is really, really going to help you. The truth is that everybody that comes into your life is either there to teach you a lesson or to show you who you are. So, what does this look like, right? Let's say your best friend gossips a lot and she complains a lot, and you're always listening to the complaining and you're also gossiping with her. Literally the same because you're entertaining that energy, meaning you have it in you, right? Anything that is not you just wouldn't even cross your sphere. Now, to go even deeper, the people that trigger you, that upset you, they're literally triggering you because there's a part of them that you see reflected in yourself that you don't want to look at. Now, the people that you admire, you're like, wow, look at them. How lucky, how blessed, how successful. I love that's you too. They're just showing you what's possible. Now, when you're saying things to knock someone down, saying they're selfish, they don't care, they don't make time for anything, a lot of times we hyperfixate on other people so that we don't have to look at ourselves. So, the idea of this video is to empower you to realize what it is that people mean when they say, look at yourself and notice what's around you. Now, the way that I was able to kind of really shift this from like, okay, something that people say to like, how do I actually implement this in my life is a journaling exercise. So I want you to grab your journal, pull out your pen, and let's do it together, right? The first part is who are the five people that are closest to you in your life? Maybe your mom, your dad, your brother, maybe your boyfriend, maybe your best friend, and pick whichever five, the people that you spend the most time with, the people that you're either completely connected with every single day, or the people that you talk to the most, right? And let's start with just 3 to 5. Don't overthink it, right? Number two, I want you to make a column of like, let's say your friend, I don't know, your best friend, right? They're good qualities. They are really sweet. They are really caring. They're willing to help out when something comes up. But I also want you to list on the other side their not so good qualities. Maybe they gossip. Maybe they're always late. Maybe they don't really respect their family, or maybe they're bad with money, right? And then I want you to look through that list and just acknowledge, is this me? If it's a yes, good, you're being honest. If it's a no, I would be like, okay, maybe I'm not ready to see that, or maybe it really isn't me, right? But once you go down the list of putting together your 3 to 5 people, you're going to find a trend. There are going to be some similarities across the board. And for me, some of the ones that came up at the time were controlling, easy to anger. I would make promises of like, oh, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat better. And then I never would do it. And when I started to realize that that's what they were showing me, that everybody in my life was either yo-yoing with their weight and not taking care of themselves, or not prioritizing their routine, and that control was a thing. Like we all resented it when like it was taken away from us, or when we couldn't make decisions. I had to take a really hard look at myself and say, wow, this really is who I am. Now, the thing about healing and doing inner work, and this journaling prompt is going to take you deeper than you think, because if you're doing it right, you're going to find at least one thing that you can work on. So let's say, for example, is I'm not committed. I don't really do my routine. I don't prioritize my health or my body, or I don't take care of myself. Now that you see it, you get to decide. Do you want to continue to be this person, or do you want to change this behavior? Now, if you want to change it, which I hope you do, right? Because it's something that is triggering you, it's a matter of looking at what does a person who have a routine, and what does a person who takes care of themselves, what do they do? Maybe they set an alarm in the morning. Maybe they get a gym membership where they start going for walks in the afternoon. Maybe they hold themselves accountable with other people. Maybe they start reading about how to even start working out, or watching videos on YouTube. So if you get the gist, that's where you start. Once you decide, and listen to the word deciding, we are cutting off everything else. And instead of pretending that we don't see the pattern, that we don't know what we're doing, we acknowledge, wow, this really is me. And then you decide, I don't want to be this person any longer. So I need to start behaving like someone who doesn't do these things. Right. And once you start doing this exercise, you will see it across the board. Let's say that you're dating, right? And I'll give you the example of me. I used to be married when I was 21, and that relationship was toxic. Genuinely, I married my trauma, right? Fast forward a couple of years, I get divorced. I moved to Florida. I started dating someone else. That relationship was very toxic. Then after him, I take a little hiatus, start dating someone else. He was nice. This one came with maybe a certificate or a degree or a good job. But at the core, something was missing. It was empty. I was like, yeah, he's nice, but, right? And then the pattern just kind of repeated down all of my other relationships. Now, when I started working on personal development and really, really looking at myself and going deep into what was coming up, I noticed a pattern. I was the common denominator. None of these guys had anything in common. They didn't know each other. They had no idea that the other even existed until I let them in. So the truth is, the pattern was me. The recurring issue was me. And when I started taking accountability for my behaviors and my part in everything, I noticed that, okay, I may not have been controlling towards them, but maybe I was controlling with the money in the relationship. Okay, I may not have been disciplined with my health, but maybe in other ways, like the house, I wasn't disciplined or taking care of it. So it might look different. It's not going to be exact. It's not like, oh, they don't work out. I don't work out. It might be they don't prioritize the health. I don't prioritize my money, my well being, my family. So whatever it is, once you're able to see it, then the shifting begins. And that's the part that I'm excited to dive into because the exercise, the journaling, is just going to bring awareness. And that's step one. Once you become aware that there's some work that has to be done, that something has to be shifted, you're there. But now the actual work of doing it, building that muscle, overcoming the beliefs, the excuses, the BS, that is the journey to becoming a better version of you. So notice who's in your life, notice what you're attracting, and also notice that as you start shifting these behaviors, let's say you started working out and you've lost 30 pounds, which I've actually done that. I'm pretty proud of myself, right? You notice that you and your friends start hanging out doing different things. Now we go to parks and we go hiking and we cook at home and we meal prep, right? I notice that I'm also attracting friends who also have routines and take care of themselves. When you start dating, you're going to be dating people who have the same values because if you're not somebody who's like eating junk food and watching TV every night, maybe now you're eating healthier, then you start to develop habits and routines and just your life shifts because you've changed. So the people that you attract, the people that are in your life also start transforming. I will be honest, some of those realities are sobering and we have to let go of some people. Everybody's not going to make the cut, but the goal here is to become aware, to become a better person, and to change your life for the better. So I know deep down, losing one person and being like, wow, this person is just not my bestie anymore, that's okay because you win yourself, you choose yourself, and you get to have the life of your dreams. And the funny thing is that the more that you grow, the more that you evolve, you start meeting people just like you. And that new best friend aligns with your future, aligns with the things that you want. Let me know in the comments below how the journaling exercise went for you, if you want me to go deeper into this topic or like actually demonstrate, but I hope it serves you because it genuinely changed my life. And now every time I'm entering in a relationship with someone or that I'm meeting someone new or anybody comes into my life, I pay attention, I study them, and I see how much I've grown. And I can tell you one thing, the girl that got married at 21 and this woman who's sitting here in front of you, completely different people. And I am so glad I looked because now my life reflects dreams I used to have 10 years ago. So I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Click the like button or the subscribe button if this resonated for you. I'm going to be doing a lot more content, a lot more resources, and I'm excited to share it with you. Take care.